Hi, before I get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Tawana A. Lee, and I will teach you how to create your company's EIN number in under 30 minutes. Let's start by familiarizing ourselves with the IRS official website. Now, you want to make sure that it's the IRS official website, so make sure it's irs.gov. Once you have the official website pulled up, make sure you familiarize yourself with the actual whole entire website, okay, as far as the screen goes, because you want to make sure you are going to the right area. So, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to get to what you're actually trying to get to. You're going to look for employer ID number, also known as EIN for short. We're going to click there. That's the first thing. Then we're going to go to the next screen, which you want to make sure that you're looking at the correct screen. So you want to look over to your left-hand side, and at the very top, it should say again, employer ID number. Okay, so once you make sure that you're in the right area, you want to go down to apply for EIN online. Now, there are three main ways you can apply for your EIN number. The first one you can do is you can actually call in, go through the process, do the application on the phone, and receive your EIN number in the mail. The second way you can do it is send all your information in and then receive your EIN number through the mail because you've applied through the mail. But the fastest and quickest way to apply for your EIN number is all the way straight on the website online. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply for our EIN number online. So you click that button and then you're going to go to the next screen. When you get to this screen, it says apply for employee identification number at the top online. Okay, you're going to see the screen, and then this screen is going to tell you to look at three major things, which these are three major keys that you really truly need to understand. So make sure you familiarize yourself with this screen and read everything that you need to read that pertains to what you're doing. So that way you can digest what's going on just in case you have to apply for another EIN number in the future. So the first step is determine if you are even eligible for an EIN number. It goes by the entity of your business, whether you are needing an EIN number, okay? Step number 2 is understanding your online application. Make sure you understand what you're doing and the steps you're taking. Step number 3, you're going to submit your application after you go through all the series that you need to go through. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click the next button. Once you get here, you're going to see this little thing right here. You're going to read that. Read that, and then once you read it, click here. Then you're going to get to the next screen. You're going to read this in its entirety, okay? And it talks about your EIN number. Okay, it talks about the restrictions. It talks about different things. It talks about where you are as far as U.S. and the territories. That's the states, okay? So each state has a different way of doing things. So you make sure that you read things that pertain to your specific state. Now we're going to go ahead and begin our application. And in this screen, you're going to determine the identity. The identity is your entity of your company, whether you are a sole proprietor, partnership, corporation, limited liability, which is an LLC, estate, or trust. And at the very bottom, you'll also see where it says tax exempt and government organizations. That means if you are a nonprofit, okay? So for the sake of this video, we are only talking about limited liability. So for my client, they are applying for an LLC. So I'm going to click the LLC and then I'm going to go to continue. Here, like I said, you want to make sure each screen you read in its entirety, okay? After you've chosen the entity, which I've chosen the LLC, I'm going to go to the next thing. I'm going to click continue. Then it's going to ask me a series of questions. The first thing it's going to ask me is how many members are in the LLC. Now, because I'm doing an LLC, it's going to be a one single owner for this particular LLC. Once you move into 2 or 3 owners, it's no longer an LLC, it becomes a partnership. So what we want to do is access the number 1. And then you want to look at the state or territory, which is the state is the territory. So for the sake of this video, I want you guys to understand that the state would be Georgia because this is where my clients are operating their business, in the state of Georgia. So I'm going to click there. I'm going to look for my state, which is Georgia. Click there, and then I'm going to click continue. After that, I'm going to look at everything and confirm that I'm on the same page, that I am actually applying for my LLC. Okay, so I am. It's a single member LLC. That's what I'm applying for, and that is the structure of my business. That's why I'm applying for this EIN number. So once I have read over everything thoroughly and digested and took everything in, I'm going to move on to the next question. I'm going to press continue. Now, here is something I want you to pay close attention to. Why is the LLC requiring an EIN? Well, the reason why the LLC is requiring an EIN is to start a new business. This is actually my client's second business. So they are applying for an LLC because they are a new corporation. Okay, it's separate from their other business. So some LLCs may be applying for their EIN number so that they can hire employees, they can open up a bank account, they can change their organization type, which is their entity, or they can purchase an active business that has already been established, but being that it's theirs now and it's changing over, they need an EIN number to operate under their own name. Okay, so I want to establish that this is a new business, so I'm going to click there. And for the majority of you that are actually on this class right now, you are having a startup. You're starting up your new business. So you're going to start with that. I'm starting my new business, so I'm going to click here. Okay. The next thing would be if you are a business that have been operating already as a business, but you don't have the necessary things set up like bank purposes. So maybe you need your EIN number to take to your local bank so that you can now open up your business and start really acting as though, you know, your business and having all of your financials separated from your personal. So that's something that you can do as well. If you are already acting as a business, but you just don't have the necessary things set up, this is something that you can actually do for that purpose as well. Okay, once you've established why the LLC needs the EIN number, you're going to hit continue. Now, once you hit continue, you're going to go to this next screen. Who is the responsible party of the LLC? Well, you know that this is a new business, so it's an individual. So the individual will be clicked there. Then I'm going to go to continue. And then once you have established the responsibility of it being an individual, someone has to be contacted. Even though that this isn't a corporation, someone has to be responsible and over that corporation, and also to be able to establish an EIN number. Okay, so someone has to be responsible. So the responsible party's information goes here. So I'm going to put my client's information here. Then I'm going to go to, if the client does not have a middle name or you don't have a middle name, then you go to the last name. And so I'm going to put my client's last name in. Now I'm going to put my client's social. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your social there. For the sake of the video, by the time you get this class, that social probably will be blocked out, and the name and the first name and the last name may be blocked out as well. But I wanted to show you that for this video, when you are an individual, someone has to be responsible to be contacted for that EIN for purposes of the company. Okay. Now, right here it says choose one. I am one of the owners. I am one of the members. I'm a managing member of the LLC, or I'm a third party applying for the EIN. Well, I am a third party, but what I'm going to do for this video's purposes, I'm going to click I am the owner or a member of this LLC. Okay, then I'm going to click continue. Now, this is asking for the location, the physical location where the LLC will be. Why? Because you have to give them the information so that if anything comes up, they'll be able to contact you, and they'll also know the brick and mortar, or they'll know where that person that has the actual ownership of that company is located, so that they can send them any information, or if anything changes, they can get in contact with you. Okay, so I'm going to put the information there. Let me go back a little, make sure I capitalize it. I'm going to put the city. I'm going to put the state. I'm going to put my zip code. And if it's a phone number, you want to make sure that you can put down the phone number, the company's phone number, where you can be reached. Like I said, this is if you are needing someone, if the IRS have to contact you about your business or anything else, they need the responsible parties information. So make sure you have your work phone number. Okay, so that they can get in contact with you if need be. Don't just put any random number. Make sure they can get in contact with you, okay? Very important. And if you have a different address from your business and it's your mailing address, you can put yes or no. But in this case, they don't. This is where their mail will be going to. Now I'm going to click continue. Then I'm going to put the legal LLC name, okay? I'm going to put the legal LLC's name down. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put that information down. Now, if it's by any chance you're doing business, this is the actual name of the company, but you're doing business in another name, you can put that here. This line right here is for your DBA, okay? Now, you want to make sure that the county that your LLC is right, which it is, the state which your LLC is in is right, which it is, and you want to go here. You want to put the state again. So you want to look for Georgia. And when did the LLC start? It's new. It just started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to February. And then I'm going to put the year. 2019 because it just started, okay? Before you continue, you want to make sure and look over everything so you can make sure there's no errors, okay? Very, very important that you have the name of your business correct because this is your EIN number, guys. So it's going to be a piece of paper that is going to coincide with the number, and it's like similar to your Social Security number. So you have to make sure everything on this particular screen is correct. So you want to look here for your company's name. If you have a DBA, you want to put it here. Then you want to look here to make sure this is the right county and the right states for both state territory where your LLC is located, state territory where your articles of a corporation is also located, okay? And then LLC when it started. So it started in February, so you want to make sure you put the month and the year. Then, once everything is complete, finished, checked, and everything is fine, then you're going to click continue. Okay, now when you're looking at here, tell us about your LLC. Does your business own a highway or highway motor vehicles with taxable gross weight, pounds or more? No. So I want to click here. It's going to ask you some questions. Do your business involve gambling or any type of wages? Well, this company does not. So I'm going to click no. Does your business need to file a Form 720? Well, you have to know what a 720 is. If you do not know what a 720 is, I suggest you go look it up just so that you can make sure, okay? But for this company, it does not. So I'm going to click no, and most likely you're going to click no too. So just follow my lead. Does your business sell or manufacture alcohol, tobacco, or firearms? No. Do you have or do you expect to have any employees with a W-2? For this company, it does. It expects to have employees, right? The W-2s in the next 12 months. Now, within the next 12 months, it does. So you're going to click yes if it does, no if not, okay? If you're only a single owner and you're not going to have employees, make sure you click no, okay? So I'm going to click here. Now you're going to put the numbers of people that you feel like is going to be working for you. What is the first date of wages? Different things of that nature you're going to put down here. So I'm not really sure when they're going to start hiring. So I'm going to select April, and that way I'll give them some leeway, okay? I'm going to put the year, which is 2019, okay? What is the highest number of employees expected in the 12 month period, okay? The number of agriculture employees, well, they're not going to have agricultural employees. So any other number of employees, it's going to be 4. So I'm going to put 4. It has to be at least 1. So I'm going to put 4 because that's how many employees is going to be working in this particular establishment. Right here it says, do you expect your employment tax? Do you accept your employment tax liability to be? Do you expect it to be $1,000 or less for the full calendar year? That is the whole entire year, which is 4 quarters. So if you expect it to be $1,000 or if you expect it to be less, I expect it to be less, so I'm going to put no. I don't expect it to be I do expect it to be less. So yes, I expect it to be yes. So the answer to that is yes. Now, if you're not going to have any employees, guys, your screen will look different. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to use one of my clients. So this is how we're going to proceed, okay? But the next screen, the other screen that you would be filling out, it's very simple. It won't be like this. So you'll go through it smoothly. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. Now, right here is going to say what type of business or organization do you do? Okay, what type of business? So this is where you find out exactly what you will be doing in your business, whether you're considered a manufacturing company, insurance, healthcare, food care, finances, construction, okay, real estate, rental, retail, transportation, warehouse, wholesale, or other. If none of these apply to you and your business is something else, then you can say something else, okay? This right here, wholesale. Wholesale agent, broker, import, export, manufacturer, representative, merchant, distributor, or jobber. Not quite sure what that is, but yes, it will be under wholesale. And the reason it will be under wholesale is because my client is actually going to be a used car dealer, which is he's going to apply and purchase cars wholesale. So he would be classified under a broker. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here. And right here it says, I have chosen wholesale. Do you own or take titles to the goods that you sell? Yes. So I'm going to put what is sold, okay? Which is used cars. Once I do that, I'm clicking here. Now, guess what? I'm finished, guys. We are totally finished. Less than 30 minutes. Can you believe that? Less than 30 minutes. So right here is asking, how do you want to receive your EIN? Okay, how do I want to receive my EIN? Well, I want to receive it right away. That's why I went ahead and I did everything online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to receive a letter online. I'm going to click here and I'm going to click continue. Now, as you see, voila, it came up right away. Everything. So you want to make sure everything is in its right place. You want to make sure everything is done. Then you want to click submit so that you can get your paperwork downloaded and you can go ahead and print it off. And now, guys, guess what? You have your EIN, your Article of Incorporation. So you're going to go ahead and submit. And this is the actual number that has been assigned. You have officially got your company's EIN number in under 30 minutes, guys. And so can you. We have went through this process together. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. But I promise you that once you go through all these steps, you will be a pro. You're going to click here. A PDF will appear. I'm going to wait for that PDF. The PDF appeared. All the information is on this PDF. And right here you see employee identification number, guys. Voila. And this right here gives you all the information that you need for your company. So you're all squared away. You're all ready to go. You're totally complete. You can print this off and put it with all of your business paperwork. Okay. Thank you so much for allowing me to share and teach you how you apply for your EIN number in less than 30 minutes. You guys have a wonderful night.